Mother and daughter back in Israel and under the protection of the Israeli Defense Forces, initially released by Hamas into the custody of the Red Cross. The video was shot by Hamas. Judith and Natalie Raanan, both American, were visiting family on the Nahal Oz kibbutz near Gaza when Hamas militants seized them. A Hamas spokesman said on social media that they'd been released for humanitarian reasons and with the help of the Qatari government. The U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken confirmed the release in Washington.
I can't speak publicly about the details of these efforts. I know you understand that. But the urgent work to free every single American, to free all other hostages, continues.
The news will offer at least a sliver of hope to the families of 201 other hostages believed to be held by Hamas in Gaza. In Tel Aviv, they set a long Shabbat table with a place for each of them, milk bottles set for the youngest. Yarden Gonan's 23-year-old sister Romy was taken in the chaos of the militants' frenzied attack on a music festival.
We believe in them, that they are strong and they can make it.
This former Israeli intelligence officer says Hamas' motivation for the release is clear.
They understand that Israel's resolve in entering the Gaza Strip and eradicating the Hamas is strong, and they would like to slow it or stop it as long as they can. And this is the first time that Hamas in its history has done a deal without getting anything for it.
There is no sign that Israel plans to ease its punishing bombardment of the Gaza Strip. The Red Cross using the spotlight on the hostages to plead for an end to the carnage.
We also urgently call for a pause in the fighting in Gaza, where the situation is nothing short of desperate.
The Palestinian Red Crescent in Gaza says they've been warned by Israel to evacuate the Al-Quds hospital in northern Gaza, sheltering thousands of displaced people and some 400 patients. There was disappointment as 20 aid trucks expected to cross into Gaza on Friday did not, despite the pleas of the UN Secretary General.
These trucks are not just trucks. They are a lifeline. They are the difference between life and death for so many people in Gaza.
So, Margaret, there's clearly growing desperation in Gaza. Is there any new hope for a resolution?
Well, Ian, the Israelis certainly say they're not going to stop until they have destroyed Hamas. And in the meantime, the number of dead in Gaza is so high that people are being buried in mass graves. Egypt has convened what it's calling a peace summit over the weekend. It's invited the King Abdullah of Jordan, the Palestinian president, Mahmoud Abbas, the King of Bahrain. Some European countries are sending representatives, even prime ministers, and the South African president, Cyril Ramaphosa, is even coming. But I have to say that the mood is a little bit dark. They'll be looking for some kind of diplomatic opening in the wake of this hostage release, but that's not what we're getting from the Israelis.
Margaret Evans in Jerusalem again tonight. Thank you.